mean, it is allowed. It's not that you're not allowed. It's like you fear reprisals.
Right, exactly.
You can say what you want.
Yeah, but then you just deal with the shit. You deal with
Yeah,
it.
so you just got to choose to deal with it.
Yeah.
What do you mean as far as jokes go?
As far as the jokes go, like, there's a whole controversy now with like rape jokes. I just want to make it just about rape jokes, but like...
Isn't that so selfish? Rape, because that really becomes like you have to fight a feminist with that shit.
Yeah.
Which is insane because everybody gets raped. I mean, I know men do the rape mostly, but everyone gets raped. And men literally can't talk about them. If you get raped as a man, not only is it hilarious... Right?
Yeah. Well, it's pretty.
Yeah, like that's not all the jokes, but you know in the Congo, which like when they say rape culture, because that's like a thing you hear.
Yeah.
We don't have that here. That's such. I mean, just if you think that, you're such a fucking privileged asshole to think you live in America and there's a rape culture, you piece of shit. You'll probably never be raped here, you animal. But the Congo, right, where they have that civil war, that is a rape culture. And what happens? How you get a rape culture is by not prosecuting rapes ever.
Yeah.
And that's how it happens. Nothing with changing the culture. Yeah. Because that's what these people, we're going to clean this culture up, starting with your set.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where we need to begin? The Stage Comedians Act? That's how we're going to fix the problem? Because that's how these stinking commies think. They're religious. They're like the Christians. Everything's got to be propaganda for them.
Right.
They don't respect what you do.
Right.
But political people that want to come down on jokes, either spectrum, they don't respect what you do, like everybody. So they're like, well, you can do your little thing that's not a job, but at least be responsible.
Right.
The jokes. Listen, you fucking fuckface. I don't give it. Listen, if you put me down for pro-rape as far as you're concerned, that's how much I don't give a shit how you as a blogger feel.
Piss you off.
If you as a blogger have a problem, write down on pro-rape. That's how much you don't matter as a blogger. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but they don't appreciate your art because it's not propaganda. That's how religious and comedy. You like Christian music. They like every song's like, yeah, Jesus. They sucking Jesus' dick every song, right?
Yeah.
Or the commies are. The art has to be the working man. Whatever their dumb shit.
Right,
so that's how they view your art. So they go, well, what's the message behind your jokes? Are jokes, man. Funny is not smart or stupid or moral, immoral. It's its own separate force that has nothing to do with anything. And the worst shit in the world, it's really an outlet for horror. So the worst shit in the world is funny because that's how you're going to survive.
Right.
To hear about it.
Right.
But these people want to light a candle, and you have to feel how they feel about every little thing you hear. You know.
And would you agree about the thought that what it does is it kind of knocks the seriousness and knocks the. It takes away the power.
It's not a sad. It's just overly sensitive people.
Yeah.
It's not like nothing's funny. You're like rape's not funny. Like yes, obviously.
Yeah.
Literally, nothing's funny all day. The whole day is a goddamn endless. I mean, let's say best case scenario, you don't get raped, you just live your regular life. An endless series of hardships, and you're in a nice country where it's better than other, and you'd still.
Yeah.
Like seriously?
Yeah.
So that's why you have to make funnies because there's nothing that's good.
It's
whatever. So that's what to live. Can I live?
Yeah.
So.
That's a good point. Nothing's funny on its own.
These people don't get funny, so they want you to live in their fucking world. Because what happens is a couple comics that are funny say some political things that resonate with some fucking dipshit. And by the way, I know a lot of rape victims. Just see, like, and in comedy, a lot of people have been victims of abuse, and like no one I know that was victimized has any problem with any joke they've ever heard. Yeah. None of them are like, excuse me, sir, I was raped, and not one of them.
Yeah.
A lot of them, believe it or not, would like to be treated like they weren't raped.
Yeah.
Like they're the same person.
Yeah.
And just because they were assaulted, they're not a fucking.
Yeah.
Like you're doing the same thing. Don't please. She's different now.
Yeah.
All of them want to be treated like the same.
Yeah.
It's always some fucking dippy slice that writes a blog, okay, who nothing bad has ever happened to. Nothing has ever happened too bad.
Right.
Right? Except they went to college.
Yeah.
And they had a women's studies, and they're and they've never experienced any hardship, and they're going to tell you someone that did do something.
Right.
How the fuck you're supposed to feel, right? Like when someone tells you you're being exploited. if I'm exploited, if I feel like I'm exploited, not if you tell me.
You tell me.
You understand?
Yeah, why you're the police.
You
of every
condescending.
topic. Yeah. Not that they're saying you shouldn't be able to say these jokes. They're saying you should be more thoughtful and think about what you're joking
You should,
about.
and I am.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I am like Sam Morrill. That's how this came.
That's how it came about. Yeah.
You don't know who he is.
Yeah.
You don't know who the fuck Sam is. I mean, you don't know. But he has that joke that was his rape joke is such a funny joke and not even remotely. It's like a thing
I
that
said
you
it's
should.
self-deprecating. It's a self-deprecating joke.
He's got like 2 or 3.
2 or 3 of them. I mean,
Listen, the guy
ambient
talks
one
about
is-
rape a
yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. It's a lot
Yeah.
of rape.
But
But,
you know- but
they're
I
not.
actually
They're
didn't
clever. Don't lump in a well-written or thought-out joke with "I wish rape was legal." That's not the same thing,
no,
man.
it's not.
And to have somebody just take my shit, that's because you're stage deaf and you can't hear what's funny, and you're lumping my thing in with some idiot that finger blast some football player that finger blast some drunk girl. You're lumping me in with when I sat and thought about every fucking thing I said.
Yeah.
In fact, my friends that were victims of that crime, that they call it the R word. Comedy Central, dude, they were like, we don't want so much the R word. They call it the R word.
Oh, they say R word.
Like
now?
it's the N
I was
word.
wondering if it would get to that point.
Well, it's a crime. How, Your Honor, I was R-worded. How do you do that? And they make it out like that.
It's a verb. That's insane. That's that point.
So just to do that is just such a disservice to a victim. My whole thing is you were assaulted, man. You're not. I know it was in your genitals, but you're not. The thing of feeling shame and all that. That's not from the actual. That's like what we put on it on top of it.
After it, yeah.
And even the well-intentioned people put that on top of someone. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I guess I'm that type of dude. But I date a lot of girls that shit has happened to, that are
Yeah.
that have some weird story
And
like that.
They deal with it, but they just want it to be normal. Like,
Listen,
everything to be normal.
no, some of them dealt with it by drinking a lot, but the jokes were never a factor to them. Someone making a joke was never a thing that they were like, oh, don't do that. There are many problems, but most of the problems were, one, parents not backing them up. You know what I mean? Like they told, this is 3 people I know, their mom threw them out of the house for finding weed. I know 3 different girls this happened to. Their dippy Catholic mother, all Catholic, threw them out of the house because they found a pot pipe, and then fucking they fell in with some people. Then you're 16 on your own,
Yeah.
hanging out, and then that's who gets
Threw them out of the
victimized.
house from finding a pot pipe.
Yeah, like
Rather
I'm
than
gonna
bomb,
tough
right?
love.
Yeah.
I'll say this
Wow.
for my mother, whatever. For she never would have done that shit to me.
No
But
way.
they did. These girls, and then they get raped. Then they tell their mom, "Oh, that didn't." Then the mom doesn't. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's never the. But at no point in their story was a comedian set involved.
Right.
Like,
right,
then I was
right.
raped. Then my mom
I
doesn't
was
believe.
fine up until I went to this comedy
all right,
club.
so here's
Yeah.
what happened. I was raped. Okay, I didn't know what to do. I mean, I wanted to call the police, but I just bought comedy tickets, so.
Right. So
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like that's never part of the story.